Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about leadership and how to excel it. Let's start off with the agenda. So today I'm going to go over the introduction to the topic, also talk about the effective leadership, envisioning the future, shared vision, and recognizing others. And then I'm also going to talk about my personal leadership development plan that is going to lead us to the conclusion of this topic and presentation. To start off with the executive summary, it is important to have the ability to lead, which is essential for motivating people and organizations towards a shared objective. And then key ideas in leadership include acknowledging others, sharing a vision, and imagining the future, which I'm going to further dive into in the next slides. And then communication, on-time decision-making, and resource allocation in line with business objectives are all necessary for effective leadership. And making a compelling vision and encouraging innovation are also essential components because it allows you to envision the future. And then teams that have a shared vision are more cohesive and cooperative. And acknowledging others improves morale and creates a more favorable work atmosphere, as we have already noticed that ourselves during our class discussions. And a strategy for developing leadership skills should involve networking, mentorships, ongoing education, and feedback systems, which I'm going to dive into on the last slide when I will be talking about my personal development plan. Now, taking a look at effective leadership, it is essential to encourage, uplift, and facilitate others in terms of their goal achieving. And it's also important to have unity and clarity because which depends on effective communication. And making educated decisions in a timely manner is also a very crucial factor, which is part of effective leadership. And just to give you a better understanding, I'm going to share a real world example that I've experienced myself, which in my case, the project completion delayed as a result of addressing a communication breakdown. And therefore, in order to solve that issue, I had to analyze all of the drawbacks that happened throughout our conversations, our collaboration when we were trying to come up with the objective and how we wanted to approach it and achieve it. And as a result of our miscommunication and not a very effective leadership, we had to delay a specific project. When it comes to envisioning the future, it is essential to develop an inspiring vision and promote creativity. It is also important to create an atmosphere that is forgiving for errors. For example, if your employees are not scared to make any errors or mistakes, they're going to be more willing to encourage themselves in innovation and also promoting creativity around the organization by just embracing themselves and the company and trying to do something new rather than being scared of doing something new. And so in this case, facilitating goals meetings to stimulate creativity and long-term success was something that I have completed myself within my organization in order to promote that creativity and innovation in order to envision the future. This way, our UX team, which is user experience and development team, they were better able to understand where the objectives and goals and specific features are coming from. And they were able to go in the same direction as we were without just mechanically completing the work. And therefore, by doing so, they're able to provide their own ideas in order to create a better future for the whole organization. When it comes to having a shared vision, it is important to set shared objectives in line with the mission of the business. It is also encouraging harmony and agreement among groups. And when it comes to the real world example, I facilitated discussions to develop a shared understanding for initiatives involving multiple departments at a time. This is somewhat similar to what we've talked about in the previous slide, but in this case, this happens more regularly on a regular basis so that we always know what the organization is trying to accomplish. Everyone is on the same page, and therefore it creates unity within the groups that are working on implementing a specific feature. Looking at recognizing others, sorry for the typo. When it comes to recognizing, it's important to recognize and value initiatives that promote thankfulness and empowerment, and it also boosts motivation and team spirit. And in this case, it does not only motivate the person that have achieved a specific goal that he or she is being recognized for, but it's also motivating for others to pursue their best work because they just saw how the company recognizes others. Therefore, it creates a more competitive work environment where people want to do their best job without feeling pressured that if they make mistakes, they're going to get fired or something is going to happen to them. So this is the ideal environment that an organization would want to have. And in this case, I was planning a team appreciation function to recognize dedication and hard work. So, for example, we decided to call all of our developers and managers, as well as the UX team, to a team lunch at a steakhouse during our lunch break, which everyone were really appreciative for. And other team members, as I mentioned before, who were not necessarily involved in those type of projects, I've noticed that within a month of 2024, they were highly interested in pursuing new projects that they've never touched before. They were raising their hand. This kind of shows that this appreciation could have caused that, and their interest and motivation exploded in order to achieve something bigger, to be appreciated for. Now, when it comes to my personal leadership plan, I've added some specific deadlines on this case. So, for example, by April 15th, 2024, I'm planning to visit several networking events, such as industry events and conferences, which is going to boost my overall connection within the industry and just get a better understanding of product managing trends and how we want to go further down the line with product managing as a whole. And when it comes to the June 1st, 2024 deadline, this is where I'm going to be utilizing feedback mechanisms such as 360-degree evaluation. Even though we currently have a specific performance evaluation on an annual basis, I'm also going to create my own feedback mechanism that I'm going to promote with my manager in order to have a half-year reflection on what we have accomplished and what still has to be accomplished. And then when it comes to 2024 to infinity, this is where I'm going to commit to growth and empowerment. And this way, I'm not going to stop working on that specific skill, because in order to always keep up with the technological trends, with the software trends, you always have to be committed to growth and improvement and be innovative in the ways that you are pursuing specific features. And therefore, I'm not planning to stop doing that, and I will continue to pursue that. By August 1st, 2024, I'm also planning to have continuous learning through professional portfolio and training. So I'm planning to pursue several training courses with Excel, more specifically to better understand the formulas that I can use to shortcut specific Excel files, and more specifically VLOOKUP and all those type of formulas that are going to simplify my life much better. And as a product manager, this is a necessary skill that is going to help me improve my portfolio as well. And then lastly, when it comes to 2024 to 2025, I'm going to work on skill development from action plans and mentorships. I have already identified my floor manager as my potential mentor, as I believe that one of the main skills that I'm currently lacking is professional communication and leading a specific meeting. Therefore, I'm already working on listening to all the meetings that the floor manager is participating at and leading, more specifically to get some of his specific phrases that he is using and how he is approaching questions or issues, so that I can better understand that. And yes, thank you for looking for that presentation. Here are my references, and have a great second session.